Hello YouTube, Real Shooting here, and in today's video we're gonna have a long one here. This is me showing all of my hard plastics bass lures. Of course, this was acquired over a very long time of bass fishing, and I know there's people that buy even more. I've actually started to slow down recently because, man, you start to see all the boxes filling up, and there's just it starts to become impossible to fish every single bait, and then you end up with baits that you don't like, or baits that you know you like, and you fish those more than others, and some just sit in the boxes. For example, my topwater box here, I don't even fish these, but I did get these. Most of them were received in like mystery boxes, so can't complain. I have caught some topwater bass though, but it's just not something I fish a lot, and it is an upcoming challenge video too. I do need to fish some frogs and some of the whopper ploppers. But anyways, the main topic for today's video is going to be showing all my hard baits. I have all these boxes labeled. These are the boxes that stay in my little tackle area. The ones that I do carry with me, I got this one at the very top. Little Gamakatsu G box. This holds all my jigs. And I carry this one in my backpack. One of the Plano 3600 waterproof boxes. I'll only carry those most of the time. Excuse me. Sometimes I do carry another 3600 box. That just depends on where I'm fishing and what mood I'm in. Normally this other box is going to have crankbaits. But if I'm going to a pond that has a lot of... I'll see, I have some topwater lures too. I'm trying to fish them. If I go to a pond that has a lot of grass, I probably can't fish the crankbaits, but I could throw the topwaters. But again, I have to take the right rod and reel combo for that. The other boxes, that's why they're labeled, because they stay here with all my stuff. This bag has a ton of unopened baits, and there's a couple in this box also. Most of these are from my recent order. I want to say it was earlier this year. Just a bunch of jigs that were on sale. They were around $2 for the 6-cent jig, so I had to pick up a couple of those. Anyways, let's get started. I don't want to drag out the intro too long. We're going to start off with my jig box that I carry. We have this is the jackhammer in Fire Craw, a very popular bait. I believe I've caught one bass on this, and I've caught a big snapping turtle. That's why the skirt is missing a lot of strands. I do believe it might still catch me fish, because it still there's plenty of skirt in there. And you just add a trailer and fish it. Let's keep going. Z-Man, I believe that's the Custom Project Z, one of their bluegills. Both of these are 3/8 ounce, by the way. Most of my jigs and chatterbaits are 3/8 ounce. Here we have a Thunder Cricket, Falcon Lake Craw. That's one of my favorite colors right there from the Thunder Cricket, or even their jigs too, from Strike King. That Falcon Lake Craw is a really nice color. Here we have a black and blue, I believe this is called Diesel Jigs, hard hat jigs from a mystery tackle box. Really good jig. I've caught over 8 to 10 bass on this one jig here. Luckily, I still haven't lost it. The head's getting beat up, but I do have another new one somewhere in this box. Here we have a little... Oh, this is from Ken. Shout out to Ken. It's a co-worker of mine. Makes custom jigs. He has a hand-tied skirt here. He put the little... What do you call that? It's like a wire. He put all the strands on there. He painted that head. Green pumpkin. I still gotta fish it. Ken, as you can see, I have it in my box. I'm gonna fish it eventually. Here we got a Booyah Baits. I believe that's called the... Oh, I can't even remember. One of their finesse jigs. Okeechobee Craw color. I believe that's the color. Okeechobee. It's like greenish blue. Whoa. I picked up another jig. Here is it's like a black and blue with chartreuse. Which one is this? This is the Terminator jig. 3/8 ounce. It had 2 rattles. The rattles fell off. I already caught fish on this. Fished it plenty of times. I have confidence in it. It works. I like this little box for the jigs. It holds 9 slots pretty good. So you can fit jigs in there. You could double stack them if you wanted to. Here's a little 6-inch, one of my favorite. I believe that's the Cajun Bluegill. Very nice jig. I've caught many bass on this exact one here. Again, luckily I haven't snagged it. The head's getting beat up. And I've also... What did I say? Oh yeah, I have a new one of these too. Somewhere. I believe it's in that box. Or over here. Let's go on to the next box. This is my main 3600 box. So this is currently what I'm carrying with me in my backpack. Haven't gone fishing lately a lot. Sorry about that, guys. Been pretty busy, and there's been a lot of rain recently. I have a, which one is this? This is the 6 cents. Oh man, how can I not remember? Provoke 106, their jerkbait. I've caught a couple of bass on there. I want to say 2 or 3. Very nice jerkbait. That's the only one I have from 6 cents. And it works. The Hyper Jerk, that color is Merthiolate. Did a really good video on this. If you want to go look back last year, December, I believe that's when it was. Caught a 3-pound bass on this exact jerkbait. I've caught many bass on these. I'll pull them both out. These two. This one right here, that chromish blue. It's a Rapala Ripstop 9. One of my favorite jerkbaits. It's a very shallow diving jerkbait. I believe that's albino shad. Caught many bass on that. I've also caught many bass on this one. And a bedding bass, I believe that was earlier this year, on this one here, Reaction Strike XRM80. That color's baby bass, one of my favorite jerkbaits here. It has a different action. I don't know how to describe it. I think it's a suspending. Alright, let's keep going. We got the Guggen Squad clutch right here. I believe that's, I can't remember the name. I'll just say Fire Crow. That might be it. Bright crawfish pattern. Maybe it's Lava Crawl. Caught a bass on that, I believe. That's a newer one of my baits. One of my newer baits. Got a couple more crawfish pattern lures. I still haven't caught a fish on this here. What is that? Boiled crawfish, 6 cents. I believe that's the, oh, I can't remember their name. Their regular style crankbait. Shallow diving, square bill. We got the Rapala flat side OG series, dives down to 4 feet. Crawfish pattern. Caught a couple of bass on that already. First time trying it out, got me fish. Pretty pricey crankbait here. This one's $10, but it works. Oh, I'm getting hooks. Alright, this is another one of my favorites. Like if I had a top 5, this would be there. Over the years, even when way before my YouTube channel, when I was younger, I was fishing one of these here. Chrome with blue back. I believe that's the 1/4 ounce Bill Lewis rattle trap. Simply catches fish. Look, it has like bite marks here. It's already getting messed up. I had one that was completely with the paint missing and it was still catching fish. I had over like 10, 15, 20 bass on it. One day I snagged it. I was so upset. I tried for over an hour to get it back, but I couldn't get it back. Eventually I just cut the line because you can always buy more lures, but that lure definitely had a spot with me, man. I wanted to keep it forever. Up next, I have not caught one on this one here. I don't really like them that much. I've tried them a bit now. They're a bit too light. They're very light, actually. It's hard to cast. This is the Academy brand lipless crankbaits. I believe they call it the LCR or LCM. This is their Ghost Crawl. I do like the pattern on it. I think if I throw it on a spinning combo, it'll do even better. I'm sure it'll catch fish eventually. Just got to keep trying it. And then here, another good one. This is the Bill Lewis rattle trap also. This one's been bit up, of course. I've caught plenty of fish on this one. I believe that's like a wounded shad pattern. Has the red treble hooks. It's already scratched up down here too. I wonder if they're getting scratched in the box or they're getting scratched from catching fish. This is one of my favorite crankbaits too. Very shallow diving crankbait. Shout out to my fiance. She bought me this one on Christmas one time. These normally retail for about $10, but she found it on clearance at Dick's Sporting Goods. And so I had a bunch of lures given to me that year, and this was one of them, and I like it a lot. Dives 1 to 3 feet. This one's called Disco Shad. Caught me plenty of fish. The reason I like this is because even if there's a lot of grass in the pond, this is going to stay right above that grass. You'll be able to catch more fish instead of getting hung up. I found this one on the ground at Evergreen. If you're watching this, sorry. It's mine now. I think that's a bluegill pattern. This is the Guggen Squad crankbait. I forget the name of it. This is one of their newer colors too. Dives 2 to 5 feet. I like that they show that on there. Look at that. You ever forget the diving depth? It's on the bottom. This one's called Sensory Shad from 6 Cents. One of their finesse square bill crankbaits. Very nice crankbait. I like it a lot. Has caught me a couple of bass. I really like fishing the shallow diving crankbaits at the Trinity River. I feel like there's a lot of rocks to bounce off of there, and when the bass are there, they will bite. Another one I still haven't caught fish on. This is the Academy brand, one of their flat-sided crankbaits. Again, this one's also very light, very shallow diving, but I do like the color. Chartreuse seems to always work, so we gotta keep trying it. Again, like I said, I like chartreuse. Here's a little chartreuse crankbait. I got this one, I believe it was 50% off at Academy. This is one of the Googan Squad mini bangers. I like that little mini banger. Perfect size crankbait for ponds. What does that dive? 1 to 4 feet. That's another reason I like it. Very shallow diving. Smaller presentation. It's going to get you more bites. Haven't caught fish on it yet, but I know I will. You want to hear the rattle? Oh, this is a silent. Is it a silent? Yeah, it's a silent. There's one of my favorite spinner baits right here. This is the, what do you call it? I believe that's a War Eagle 3/8 ounce. I forget the color, but if you look at those strands, you'll find it. Chartreuse blue and white, silver head. We have 2 willow leaf blades, 3/8 ounce. Very nice spinner bait. This actually caught me my biggest spinnerbait bass, 3 pounds bass. That was January this year. I believe this one I found on the ground, so some random spinnerbait. Don't know the brand, haven't tried it yet. But the colors match up pretty closely with that other one, so if they're ever biting that and I get it snagged, I can try that one. Let's go to the next box. We've only gone through 2 boxes, we still got plenty. I'll try to go a little bit faster here. Let me just show you guys what we got. Whopper Plopper. We have a little popper in there too. Bass Pro Shops brand. Haven't caught one on the popper or that Whopper Plopper. I'll keep fishing them. We got 2 Whopper Ploppers over here. A perch pattern and then the black loon pattern. We have the Googan Squad Eat Me Frog. I've had a couple of blow-ups on this, but I still haven't landed a bass on it. And as you can see, I shortened the legs. I feel like I might have shortened it too much. But they say shorten one more than the other just to have a better walking action. These walk really good. These are 2 of my newer topwater baits. Yozuri had these 50% off, so I bought one of each. A popper, and that's a walking style bait. I did have a blow up on that walking style bait at the Mont Belvieu City Park Pond, but I was not able to land that fish. We'll keep trying it. I believe this is a Booyah frog. I have caught bass on this, I believe. And I know I've caught them on this. This might have been my first frog fish first bass I ever caught on a frog. It was on this one here. This is the Academy brand. Very small frog. Caught that one at Mont Belvieu City Park Pond. We have a black crankbait from Strike King and a monster bass crankbait. I've caught them on that monster bass crankbait, but not on that black Strike King yet. I've never caught a bass on these here. I don't know, I just don't believe in the shad pattern crankbaits, but I carry them in the box just to keep trying them. A couple of random medium diver crankbaits. I don't fish these a lot. There you can see a Academy brand, and we have a, I believe that's a Cotton Cordell. We have a Live Target baitfish crankbait. Still haven't caught one on this. I threw it a couple of times. People gave it good reviews, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to catch fish on that. This Topwater Rat. I've had a blow up on this at Evergreen, but they missed it. I think the bass has to be pretty big to get those hooks in them. I'll keep trying it. You never know. And a 6 cents medium diving, I believe that's bone pattern crankbait. Let's keep going, let's keep going. Alright, my jerkbaits box. Here we have, I forget the name of this. I think that's a Reaction Strike jerkbait. Never caught a fish on this. I gotta keep trying it now. I didn't have confidence in this size, but now that I've caught them on that bigger 6 cents Provoke, I know they'll bite that size. I just have to try out this one. Maybe I should switch them out. I got a little Rapala here. I still need to fish this. This will be thrown on light tackle. That is a very light jerkbait. What does it say? Swimming depth, 4 to 6 feet. And it's a 1/8 ounce. So definitely something for my spinning combo. Look at that. It's like a clear shad pattern. And I know they'll bite that. It's called Glass Minnow. The Husky Jerk HJ6. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Here we have a, that's a Strike King jerkbait. I don't like this one a lot. I've thrown it a bunch of times and never caught fish on it. But like I said, the Rapala ripstops, those are my favorite. I got two over here. I forget the colors. I believe that's a Speed Money, something like that. Yeah, I can't even remember the names on these colors. But there's a darker green right here. There's a lighter brown. I've caught fish on both. Actually, this is Houdini. Now I remember. I've caught fish on both of these. Pretty good jerkbaits. Definitely recommend them. This is one of those Bass Pro Shops jerkbaits that you get in like that bin where there's like a bunch of clearance lures. Never caught a fish on it. I don't know. The action's not that good on this. Maybe I'll keep throwing it. Maybe not. I gotta be careful here. These hooks are sharp. I got two of the Monster Bass jerkbaits. I don't know if I'll ever throw these. I got these for free. But if you know these Monster jerkbaits, these are $25 each. Very pricey jerkbaits. They have really good action. One of these is that's the Vision 110+1, so it's an even deeper diver. Can't really throw that in the ponds. And this is the regular Vision 110. I can throw this. I just gotta try it at the pond and see what happens, because supposedly that action is irresistible. For that price tag, yeah, you better catch some bass on that. Look at that. Very nice jerkbait. I'll try it eventually. I got them for free, so I shouldn't be too worried if I snag it. And this is a Monster Bass jerkbait. I forgot the name of this one. Never caught a fish on it. It's pretty big. It's like a white with red scales all over it. Let's keep going. Not a lot of jerkbaits. Like I said, my main jerkbait is that Ripstop 9 from Rapala. But I also like the Provoke. I know it works. Here we got the Topwater box. I'll go through this quickly. We have the Hula Popper set. There's 3 here. I believe there's probably... Oh, here's the 4th one. Those 4 came in a set. We have a little... I forgot the name of this. That was from a Monster Bass box. A couple more Topwaters from a Monster Bass box. We got a Spook. 6 cents, like a wake bait. Caught a fish on that. 2 Whopper Ploppers and this other wake bait. I think that's like the Movement L7, something like that, from 6 cents. I've tried it many times, haven't caught a fish on it yet. Many of these I haven't caught fish on yet. I need to fish more topwater. Like I said, it's not my favorite technique. But the baits pop up in those mystery boxes. We'll go through these quickly. 2 of the Academy brand, those little topwater fish. Another one from a Monster Bass, that's a frog. Another frog, this little live target frog. I like this one. I think they called it the pocket frog. I caught bass on that. That was a pretty good big bass off of this little frog. That was at Evergreen. Here's an H2O Express frog. I think I never threw this. The legs are still very long. I need to cut those down. I do like these green ones. They walk pretty good. I think that's a live target. We have 2 little fish here. I don't have confidence on these 3 of them. Little swim baits from Academy. I caught one on this spider, so I know this works. I should probably try throwing that again. What brand makes this? Lunker Hunt. And we have a Lunker Hunt prop fish. All black. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. We got my jig box. The jig box is kind of empty. This is a 3700 size box. Eventually I'll fill it up. I have most of the jigs that I've ordered in there. We have a little black and blue, some little chunk trailers. There's another one of those diesel jigs, football jigs. It's one of the jigs that caught me a lot of bass. Have it brand new in the package. Shout out to Alex. I did a trade with him, gave him some soft plastics for this jig pretty much. He doesn't fish jigs, but I do. Z-Man, Snakehead 3/8 ounce green pumpkin. One of my favorite jigs there. Really good jig. And this is the color that got me into those Z-Man jigs. That's the New Gill, Neon Bluegill. Very nice jig right here. Again, 3/8 ounce. Perfect for pond fishing. Just put a little trailer on there. These are good too. I really like the Divine 3/8 ounce swim jigs from 6 cents. Very nice color pattern on there. Hopefully that shows up on the camera. They have so much detail. Whole lot of colors. It gives off flash. Look at that bright orange right there. You know that's going to show up nicely in that dirtier water. A little bit of a technical difficulty there with the camera. I believe it timed out. Records maximum 18 minutes. But again, that was the last jig I was showing, the little 6 cents Divine Swim jig. I don't know the color off the top of my head. Really good jig. Let's keep going. I believe I showed this one already. This is a 6 cents. It's like a swing head jig. They came out with some newer ones now, but this one's kind of big. I think that's a 1/2 ounce. Never caught a fish on it. Nice little bluegill pattern. Then we have the hybrid jig, 6 cents Divine hybrid jig. That one has to be a 1/2 ounce. It's a bit heavier. I believe that color's dark proof. One of my favorites. Caught me many bedfish bass. Probably even my first bedfish bass. Look at that. The head's all beat up right there. Nice black, blue, and green strands. And we have a big thunder cricket. I believe this is a thunder cricket. Striking thunder cricket. I found this in the pond here in my neighborhood. Snagged it. Reeled it in. I was like, what? That's a big chatterbait. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think we'll skip the crankbait box for now and go to the lipless box. This is one of my favorite boxes. I love fishing the lipless crankbaits. Honestly, between crankbaits and lipless crankbaits, I feel like the lipless crankbaits I've probably caught more bass on. It's just much easier to swim these through grass. And at the ponds I fish, I feel like there's always a lot of grass. Check that out. Stocked up. We're loaded with lipless crankbaits. We got a couple of Academy crankbaits here. And some random ones. We got another chrome and blue Bill Lewis with the little spinner tail. That's the mini clutch right there by Guggen Squad, little shad pattern. We have cotton cordels. I really like the cotton cordels. At $2, you find these at Walmart, pick them up. They're going to catch fish. And if you lose them, it doesn't matter. It was only $2. Look at that baby bass pattern. I recommend the baby bass. And I recommend the crawfish pattern. See, I got 2 of those craws right here. 1/2 ounce crawfish pattern cotton cordels. And there's another random one behind them. Found that one on the ground. Put hooks on it. Never caught fish on it. Maybe that's why somebody left it on the ground. We have another, that's a little Chartreuse Academy brand, lipless crankbait. And we have the, what do you call that, from Biospawn? Wow, I can't remember the name. The Rattlebot, that's the name of it. The Rattlebot, this is the bluegill pattern. Bluegill pattern Rattlebot. Pretty nice. We have a Guggen Squad clutch, sexy shad. I've caught many bass on this one. Pretty nice. We have a golden 1/2 ounce Bill Lewis rattle trap. I still gotta fish this. We have a Strike King red eye shad. We actually have 2 of them there. Never caught fish on these. I had bass bite this one, but I think I missed them. I might have landed one that was here in the neighborhood. We have 2 of these dark 6 cents crankbaits, lipless crankbaits. Never caught fish on them. I should probably fish them more. Maybe until I snag them. If I snag them, I don't care because they never caught me fish. Bluegill pattern, 6 cents crankbait. Pretty nice pattern on this one. This brown crawfish. I do not have confidence in this, you guys. I fished it, but never had any bites. That's the Rambo Red. I've caught bass on this color, but on crankbaits. Like the regular crankbaits that 6 cents makes. I'm pretty sure this lipless will give me bites. I remember this one here. Caught a big one on this. I think that's called Crimson Crawl by 6 cents. These are the Movement. I think it's the Movement 80 or the Quake 70. Quake 70, that's what it is. Caught a 3-pound bass the first time I tried out this lipless crankbait. That was one of my first big bass that I've caught on a 6 cents lipless crankbait. I feel like ever since then I left the box in storage. I mean the lure in storage. I don't want to lose it, man. It's a good one. And we have a couple of shad pattern 6 cents lipless crankbaits. Pretty good one right here. I believe that's American shad, something like that. It has some flash on it. You guys, They were biting this crankbait right here on the fall. Those bass like it. I still gotta fish this one. I think this is a newer one. I found it on clearance. Picked it up. Pretty close pattern. Pretty fun to fish the lipless crankbaits. One of my favorite ways to catch fish. I don't want this tower to fall. Lures going everywhere. Here's my crankbait box. In the Bass Mafia box. This one's pretty loaded too. Voila, we got a ton of crankbaits. Let's go through these quickly. We have a little Academy brand not a lipless, regular crankbait, shallow diver. I've caught fish on that one. I've caught fish on all these in here. We have the little mini banger bluegill pattern. We have a neon bluegill Strike King, and we have a Rambo red 6 cents crankbait. Caught bass on that. First time I tried it, pretty nice. Like I said, caught fish on all those in that little compartment. Up next, I've caught fish on all these too. We have basically, this is a chartreuse 6 cents. I think that's the Model S. Not 6 cents, Academy brand. And this one's like a chartreuse with blue. Caught many bass on that one day. I think I caught like 9 bass on one of them. And that's one of this Academy brand crankbait. Actually, this one's the Bass Pro Shops brand. Yeah, that XPS chartreuse. This caught me. This is my first crankbait that I caught a bass on. I believe it was like a 2 or 3 pounder. I didn't even have a scale back then, but I remember that was at the reservoir, one of the reservoirs near me. Caught a pretty big bass. Made me a believer in the crankbaits. But I didn't fish them a lot back then. I started fishing them more later on. We have 2 of the exact same bait in this little compartment. That's another Model S. That's another good color right there. The Ghost Crawl. That's the Academy brand crankbait. 2 of those in there. We have a big 6 cent silent crankbait. I caught a 3-pound bass on that last December. Same video with that Merthiolate Hyper Jerk. I also caught a 3-pounder on that. I caught 3 3-pound bass that day. Very good video. That big silent crankbait. I didn't have confidence in it because it doesn't have rattles, but I guess I snuck up on that bass and he hit it. We have another, what do you call that? Boiled crawfish from 6 cents. Haven't caught one on that. And I've caught a couple of bass on this. I like fishing this in the winter time. When the weather gets colder, this little flat-sided Lunker Hunt crawfish pattern crankbait has caught me bass. Dive 0 to 8 feet. Very nice little wobble. What do we have here? A chrome and blue 6 cents crankbait, and then we have a regular, I believe that's a shad pattern from 6 cents. Haven't caught a fish on those 2. Now this is the bubonic bugs. Basically have a black and blue and then a black and yellow. I've caught them on that black and yellow. That was at the river when the crankbait bite was on. I mean, it was on. That's where I caught 9 on this other crankbait here. And I decided, you know what? I've never caught a bass on that black one. Let me switch out. After catching so many bass on that chartreuse and blue, I was like, let me switch to a color I do not have confidence in just to see if they'll bite it. And they were biting this one too. So that was pretty cool. There's another Rapala, what do you call this? OG series, the slim. Dives down to 4 feet. Very nice crankbait. The first time I tried this one and the crawfish pattern one, they bit them. So I have confidence in those. We have a little, I do not know the brand of that. I got that in a Monster Bass box. Threw it once, caught a fish. And we have a flat side from Academy again. Haven't caught a fish on that one. It's crazy how you can remember all your fish catches and all your lures that you've caught fish on and which ones you haven't. Haven't caught a fish on that. That's a 6 cents, similar to like a wake bait. And we have a 6 cents flat-sided crankbait. Haven't caught a fish on that either. These crankbaits, they're pretty big. I was getting the hook. And then these down here, I'm just not even gonna show them that much. These are like deeper divers. I don't really fish these because they're out of my diving depth range. Fishing from the bank on ponds, yeah, they're just gonna get snagged and drag the bottom. We just have a couple of random brands down there, mostly from the subscription boxes. This video is gonna be pretty long, you guys. Alright, in this bag, I have a bunch of these lures were free or on clearance, and I just put them in the bag because I haven't opened them yet. 2 rattle traps here, crawfish patterns, pretty nice. See, I haven't even opened them. I think when I lose my rattle traps, then I can just put those into the rotation. I believe up here is just, yeah, there's a bunch of hooks here. And then the other side pocket, what is it? Oh yeah, some tungsten weights, drop shot weights. Little tungsten drop shot weights. Random drop shot weights. Some little, what is that? Yeah, another tungsten drop shot. I got a lot of tungsten for free. It works pretty good. I like them. What do we have in here? A Spro Rat. I still gotta fish this. I might do a video just trying to catch a fish on this. I do not have confidence in it. But again, I haven't even tried it, but this is a topwater. What do they call this? That's the Morning Dawn color. Hopefully that shows up. You guys can read that. Morning Dawn. We have a Strike King Bitsy Bug. These are pretty cheap. It's like $1 something. I picked up that little craw color. Got this in a mystery box. A little jig right here. Got another Spro. This is a crankbait. That's a pretty big crankbait right there. The Fat Papa 70 dives 3 to 5 feet. What do they call it? They just call it red craw. I still haven't caught a fish on this. You guys, I've been trying for 2 years now to catch a fish on this. I even saw Betting Bass and I threw this. He was not going for it. The River to Sea Nest Raider. I'm just not a believer in this salamander. You're supposed to drag it in front of those fish, and they're supposed to bite it. The bass I tried this on just didn't want it at all. I ended up catching him on a jerkbait. Tour grade football jig, half ounce, black and blue. Really good jigs here. I like those Strike King tour grade jigs. A little jackhammer there. Look at that, brand new in the package. That is the green shad. Pretty nice color. I've caught many bass on that pattern. I have one that's open somewhere. There's another green shad. Exact same jackhammer. There's a Thunder Cricket, 3/8 ounce green pumpkin. There's another Thunder Cricket. That's a half ounce. It's like a bluegill pattern. There's another football jig, 3/8 ounce. This is like a very natural green pumpkinish color. You got green, black, and some blue strands. Live target, the Commotion shad. I don't know if this will work. Another topwater lure. Model curled, bluegill. This is the Academy brand crankbait. Pretty nice. I have one that's already open, so if I ever lose that, I'll open up this one. I got one of those too, model curled, baby bluegill, already opened. If I ever lose that, open up this one. We got some tungsten. A Booyah Pond Magic. I need to try this. I really like these Booyah Pond Magics spinner baits. The first time I tried it, I caught fish on it. I think I might have lost the one I had. I have one that's a crawfish pattern. More tungsten. A bigger tungsten. More tungsten. There's one of those War Eagles that I catch a lot of fish on. That 3/8 ounce. So now we can read the color. It's called Blue Herring. There you can see it with the 2 willow leaf blades. 1 silver, 1 gold. 3/8 ounce. Very nice. If I ever lose that other one, I'll open up this one. The Knuckle Bait Yozuri spinner bait. I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. We have a Chartreuse crankbait. I'm sure that'll work. Pretty nice one too. They call it Hot Mess, half ounce. Dives 2 to 5 feet. Strike King KVD 4.0 dives to 6 feet. I don't know if I'll ever throw that. That's a big crankbait right there. Chartreuse Sexy Shad. A 6 cents hybrid jig, 3/8 ounce. Again, that's my favorite color. It's called, yep, that's the Cajun Crawl, 3/8 ounce. Again, when I lose mine, I'll open up this one. And there's a Cajun Crawl, but in the Divine Swim jig head. 3/8 ounce. Very nice. That's everything in here. Just a bunch of new baits. Just basically like back stock of baits. I do open those tungstens every now and then as I go through them. But the jigs, yeah, I gotta go through my jigs first. And that's pretty hard to do because It's kind of hard to snag a jig. I feel like I should just open these and fish them. Otherwise, they're just going to be sitting here for a while. But like I said, that's like the back stock. And this bag here, if you're interested, Ozark Trail. Got this at Walmart. $10. Pretty good bag. Has lots of storage. Again, you can use it like I do. Or you can use it as your main tackle bag. Now this box here, most of this is from my recent order of 6 cents. But I'll show it anyways. I think I opened some of it and I just put the rest in here. 3/8 ounce hybrid jig. I feel like a lot of these are just hybrid jigs. What color is that? Tipped craw. Alright, next one. 3/8 ounce. I believe they call it, yeah, Black Light Divine Swim Jig. Another hybrid jig. 3/8 ounce. What color is this? Candy Bluegill. That's a good color. I've caught bass on that. I put a little paddle tail trailer and swim it. They'll bite it. There's that Cajun Bluegill again. 3/8 ounce. I believe these were like $2. Had to pick up another one. You guys just saw one in there unopened. But if I ever lose them, I got another one. What is that? Yeah, the Cajun Bluegill. 3/8 ounce. Divine Swim Jig. And this one here, that's a very nice color. It's called Spanish Juice. Green, purple. I had to get it. And it was on clearance too, so thankfully. What else we got? Two Curve Finesse Square Bills. Dives 1 to 3 feet. They're both 3/8 ounce. We have Chartreuse Spank and Pro Blue. I really like the Curve Finesse Square Bills. Shallow diving crankbaits. Rapala Ripstop 9. I'm going to leave that in the package for now. These are normally $10. Found this 50% off at Academy and I picked it up. But they only had it on sale for that color. It's called Speed Monkey. Yeah, I think I have one of those already opened. I showed you guys that earlier. Rapala Ripstop 9. Very nice jerk bait. We got a Berkley Square Bull 5.5 crawfish pattern. I gotta open this up and try it out. I'm sure it'll work. Pretty nice crawfish pattern crankbait. We're almost done, guys. 3/8 ounce hybrid jig. Dark Water Crawl. Pretty nice color there. It's basically black and blue with some green pumpkin strands. We have a Hack Attack Slim Jig, 3/8 ounce. This was on sale. I think it was like $1 or $2. Just a little simple green pumpkin. And final bait in there, we have a Crush Mini 25X from 6 cents. That color is called Custom Bluegill. Very nice pattern on that crankbait. I'm sure it'll work. Anyways, you guys, that's pretty much all my hard baits. There might be a couple over there, you know, rigged on the rods, but for the most part, that's all my hard bait lures. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This takes a lot of time to bring out all the baits, sort them all out, get the camera ready, record this video for you guys. But if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. I know there's many people that like to watch, you know, tackle hauls, tackle unboxings, tackle collections. You just want to look at all the lures. My most recent upload where I showed all my soft baits got a lot of videos. They got a lot of views and a lot of thumbs up. Hope you guys do the same with this one. Give the video a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe we'll do it by the end of this year, maybe not. So far, it does seem possible because we did make it to 500 by June, but you never know. Sometimes the channel slows down, sometimes it picks up. Here lately, we've been getting a lot of rain, but I will be going fishing later this evening. Either to do a the Mystery Tackle Box Challenge video, or I'm going to be doing I got to do my ultralight fishing video, because those bluegills were definitely there, and they were ready to bite. Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, comment, rate, and subscribe.